We'll begin on our belly, taking your body long, bringing your non-dominant palm on top and resting your forehead down on those palms. Elbows are wide, pelvic bones pushing into the ground, lengthening through the great toe side of your foot, softening your forehead down to your palms, breathing in and breathing out. Find that slow, easy breath as you come in and out. And as you lie here in this position, you cultivate a mantra for your practice, something to bring awareness in a positive way to your life, to your body, to the world, whatever you feel is the best place to bring positivity, and then let it spread through you. Working your way up onto your forearms if you're ready for that. Palms will be flat, fingers will be wide. Let the forearms press down into the mat, let the palms press into the mat and pull that energy towards you. You are pulling your palms towards you, your elbows towards you, so that your chest lifts up, your shoulders drop back, the crown of your head is moving to the sky. You breathe in, you breathe out. Turn your head to the right side, look over your shoulder. Bring your head back center. Turn to the left side, look over your shoulder. Chin back to center and then chin drops into chest. Shake your head out side to side. In breath, out breath. And as you come back to center, lengthen up, lift up, open up. Rolling onto your right side, stretch out your right arm. Lay on your right arm with your head. You can have a little pillow between your head and the arm made with a towel. Your legs are stacked. Your body is in one long straight line. Your top left hand is just going to rest comfortably down on the mat. Kick through your heel, draw the toes to the shin, and lift that left leg up and bring it down. Lift it up, bring it down. Keep rolling your hip forward. Lift up, bring it down. We've got a couple more. And last one, lift up, bring it down. Nice. We'll take a bend into that knee. Place the foot on the mat. Wrap your fingers around the back of the ankle. Hold on. That bottom right leg, nice and long, flex through the toes. And you can stay resting down on your arm, or you can bring yourself up onto your forearm. I like the forearm version, so your choice. If you take the forearm, lift up out of the waist. Pull that shoulder back, no sagging into shoulder. Look down at that leg and see if it's nice and straight as you lift it, lift it, lift it. Not placing it back on the ground at all until we're done. We keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Notice my foot is totally flat at the inner aspect of the foot. So you could put a saucer and a hot cup of tea in there and it's not going to tip off of my foot. Then you lift that leg and you circle it around. Then circle the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. And then bringing that leg back down to the ground, stacking two legs again so that your hips are rolling forward on that top hip. We'll keep a flex of those top left toes, and you bring your leg forward, keep your body still, point the toes, take it behind. There's really no movement of the upper body, just the lower. It's a flex to bring it forward. It's a point to take it back, and it doesn't go too far back. You want the glute to squeeze. That's your goal here, is to get the glute working, get it to squeeze. Last couple. Come back to center, stack the legs. If you'd like to lay back down on the ground, lay back down. If you were up on the forearm, bend into the top knee, reach around, grab from the great toe side of the foot and pull your heel towards your glute. Just press that heel into the glute. Let your body rest down on the mat and breathe. Notice my knees are together. Keep them together. And then softly release that leg back down. Come back through Sphinx pose. Take that open chest again, palms flat, fingers wide. Be mindful of shoulder over elbow. Lengthen through the great toe side of the foot and pull towards your body with your palms to lift your breastbone high, to open up the front of your chest. Then we're going to roll onto the left side. I'm going to turn the other way so that I will face you. Roll onto the left side. Again, you can be up on the forearm or you can be resting down on the outstretched arm. Your legs are stacked, they're long. Flexing the toes of the top right leg. We're going to lift it on up, take it back down. So use your top palm to anchor you in, lift it up, take it down. Squeeze into the glute. Lift it up, take it down. Feel the work through the back side here of your body, right into the outer aspect of the gluteus. Couple more times. Next time your leg is down, let's flex the toes. No, I think we did the other one first. You can come up onto the forearm. We put the foot down, we wrap the fingers around. We flex the foot of the bottom leg. Remember, you've got a teacup and saucer on there, and you'll lift it, lift it, lift it. Lift it up, take it down, lift it up, take it down. Fingers are wrapped and holding onto that ankle. I like this one up on the forearm. Remember, you're not sagging into the shoulder, you're lifting up out of it. And then start to circle the entire leg. Keep that teacup flat. No turning of the toes to the sky. It's just a movement of the entire leg. Keep kicking through the heel. And then take it the other direction. Good. Then we let that leg rest back down. We stack two legs on top of each other. Remember to roll the hip forward. Remember to keep the upper body still as you flex the toes of the top right leg. They come forward, they point to go back. They come forward in a flex, point to go back. Inhaling, exhaling, Inhaling, and they're not going too far back, so just feel the squeeze of the glute as you go back behind you. That's what you want to get out of this, is that gluteus working. And the next one you take here, let's stack two legs back on top of each other. Lower back down towards the arm if you did come up onto that forearm. Bend into the top knee, reach around from the great toe side of the foot and pull that heel towards you. Draw it all the way up, squeeze it into the glute. Maybe you'll get a good stretch through the quad. Breathing in, breathing out. And then softly release that top leg back down to meet the other. Roll onto your back. Draw two knees into chest. Give yourself a hug and squeeze. Let your head rest on the mat and rock side to side. Massage out the back from right to left. Navel into spine, tail pressing forward. Once you come back through center, let's bring two knees up to the sky, soles of the feet to the floor. Work those palms in an upturned fashion and touch with your long finger to work closer toward the heels. Feet are straight, hip width apart. And if you can feel that the heels are in line with the glutes, you're hip width apart. Draw navel in, press tail forward, and gently lift those hips. As you're lifting, you're pressing tail through the legs. Your shoulders will scoop underneath you, and maybe the hips will even lift a bit higher. Keep engaging as if you had a block between your thighs. And if you have a block there, you can put it between the thighs and get that full squeeze of those thighs pulling together. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Softly move your hips back down to the mat. And on your next bridge, as you draw navel in, tail forward, two arms might lift up behind you as well. Lift hips, lift arms. Push into the heels, the balls of the feet, and lower back to the earth. In breath, lifts you, press forward, reach and lengthen. Exhales, take you back to the ground. Can your hands meet the earth at the same time as the hips? Coordinate the full inhalation as you lift up, that the backs of the hands touch the ground when the hips have found their highest point. Use your out breath. It's slow, it's meditative movement and meditative breath. Your final one now, as you press that tail forward, lift up, reach up, lengthen out, get stronger. Squeeze those inner thighs, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, and keep lifting your hips. Breath in, breath out. And as you softly drop your hips down, please leave your arms where they're at behind you. Once your hips have found the ground, lengthen that left leg long. Draw that right knee into chest, and the hands will stay interlaced. The palms will turn towards your body and pull that right knee in towards your armpit. You've got flexed foot on both sides, right and left, and the right knee pulling toward the right armpit. Soft in-breath, soft out-breath. Elevate the right leg to the sky, reach it up. Fingers will wrap around the back of the right leg somewhere. You want to work towards a 90 degrees with that elevated leg. And just hold here and stretch your hamstring. Soft movement of working your hands up your leg, all the way up. Elbows splay wide to the sides as you draw your nose closer towards your knee and your knee closer towards your nose. Find that relaxation through the shoulders and find your breath. Melt your spine, neck and head back down. And then softly lower that right leg back to the earth. Moving down carefully, slowly, consciously. Turn 2 palms up. Rest those heels down, toes out, and take a moment here. Bend into 2 knees. Take them as wide as the mat, soles of the feet wide, and knees together. Pull them together. Just rest here for a brief moment. Feet will now come back underneath you. Knees will be directly up to the sky. Work the fingers again to long finger to touch the heels. Draw your navel in, push your tail forward, and soft lift. Drawing navel in, tail forward. Your arms will lift as your hips lift. The arms moving all the way back behind you, hips high in the air. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away one more time. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Lift, lift, lift. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Keep those arms interlaced behind you. Keep them pressing and pushing away with the palms pressing away from you as you melt your spine and your hips back to the ground. Once the body has found the earth, we bring the arms over the top to that left shin. We drop that right leg long. If you need to, you can always grab behind the leg at that hamstring, and you draw that knee in towards your body. You're moving the knee closer toward the armpit to avoid the ribs. Then elevate that left leg up. Toes are pulling toward the shin, hands softly resting behind as you kick through the heels on both feet. This is a very safe way to stretch your hamstring, not cranking into anything, not overdoing. And then the fingers will climb up the leg. Softly release your interlace and bring that knee closer to the nose, elbows splaying wide, and your hands walking up towards the ankle. Notice the kick of the heels, one pushing to the sky and one pushing away from you toward the front of your mat. And then slowly melt your spine, neck and head back down. Once your head is down, you can float that left leg back to the ground. Take your time. Once you're down, take 2 knees out wide, soles of the feet together, and just melt here for a moment. If you have blocks, always know they can go underneath the thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. So with the soles together and knees wide, and the body laying on the mat, it's called Supta Badakonasana. Arms go wide out off of your shoulders, eyes are closed. You're closing those palms. They're going to touch palm to palm, 10 fingers with long straight elbows. No eyes. Close them. And then you reopen the arms. This work is done with your eyes closed. Follow your breath on an out breath to close those palms above you. Follow your breath on an in breath to open those arms wide. Couple more flowing movements. Pretty soon those 10 pads of fingers will find each other pretty freely. As long as you moved them to all touch each other when you got to the closed position. We'll take one more opening. Your eyes are closed. One more closing of the arms. Your eyes are closed. Bring two palms together down into heart. Softly come back to your mantra. Fingers again will interlace. The heels will move towards your groin. The knees are going to stay wide as you wrap your breadbasket hands around the outer blades of the feet. Push the knees away. Soften through the shoulders. Draw your navel into your spine and enjoy this beautiful opening as you press the knees away. Maybe you can drop chin to chest and lift your chest, your neck, your head all the way up. Take elbows out wide, relaxing the shoulders down. Nose and toes come closer, so both ends of the mat. The body is off both ends of the mat. Tail is off the ground, upper back is off the ground, neck and head are off the ground, and then softly melt everything back to the mat. Open this up to your happy baby, widen it out, press the feet up through the sky as you're pulling strongly with your arms to pull those legs down towards the mat. Work to get the shin to be perpendicular and the thigh to be parallel. So it's a wide stretch between the two legs and a pushing up with the feet and a pulling down with the arms. So navel is into backbone and we can keep it wide and rock it from side to side. Then we move back through center and we kick the legs out into a wide V shape. Turn those heels upward, turn those toes downward, and grab somewhere, either great toes, ankles, calf muscles, inner thighs. Notice your shoulders. Are they relaxed? Get them down your back, looking up to the sky. Again, navel into backbone and make that movement from side to side if you care to move this. Just a nice massage for your back, pressing into one side of the spine and then the other so that you get that blood supply. Back up through center. Two legs will come to the sky. Choice to hold them up behind those thighs if you'd like. Choice to drop your hands if you'd rather. There's a point and flex that will happen through the ankles. I'm going to bring my arms up overhead to interlace my fingers and just drop my elbows down. If your arms don't come all the way to the mat behind you, don't do this fashion of the arms. Maybe you want to go saguaro arms. And then rotate the ankles out. Just gives a nicer stretch here through the side body if the arms are lifted. Reverse the direction of that twirl of the ankles. And then bring both legs together. Drop into the knees and place the hands behind those thighs. And we'll slowly bring our nose up toward our knees. And then shift your weight to balance up at the top. Shoulders down your back. navel in, baby boat pose, holding here or holding here with your palms down and your forearms on the mat. Choices. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold it, enjoy it. A soft tuck round and roll back. A soft tuck to bring yourself back up. Let's take that left arm behind your legs. Fingers are wrapping around the outer aspect of your right thigh. Your right arm's coming forward, but don't pull out of the shoulder. Keep the shoulders back, keep the breastbone up. Lead up with the pinky to the sky. Maybe that's as far as you want to go. Maybe you want to go all the way behind you. Back up and around. Remember, you can stop here, or you can be holding both arms under the legs. You can stop here. Back around. Last time, reach up, lengthen up, and rainbow it back if you're going. And all the way back up and around. 2 hands back under the hamstrings, tuck the chin, round the shoulders, hollow out the navel. Take a slight roll back and bring it back up. Balance it up at the top. We'll take that right arm underneath, wrap the fingers. Bring that left arm long. Remember, we're not pulling with the shoulder. Take it long, put the pinky up to the sky, and we open it up to the sky, or we take it all the way back. And then we rainbow it back down. Keep long and tall as we lift up and back. Back up to the sky and down. Our third and last one, we lift up. Take it behind you. Back up to the sky and down. Both arms are going to wrap underneath those legs. Grab a hold of your elbows if you can and just hold here for 3. Lengthen and lift for 2. Shoulders down your back. And maybe a little smile. Just so that you know you're having a good time. Put those feet to the mat. Draw those heels in towards your body. Wrap your arms around your legs and lift up tall. Stump pose. Can you feel your pelvic bowl lifting up, pulling it all the way up into the abdominals? We've got to work those pelvic muscles. They hold a lot of organs up. So we work the pelvic muscles, make them strong. Head turns to the right. Inhale, center, head left. Inhale, center, chin drops to chest, shake it out. And bring it back through center. Nice inhale, nice exhale. Sweeping your legs all the way behind you, we'll find table, hands, and knees. Bring those palms flat, fingers wide. You want to find the shoulder, elbow, and wrist in one line. You want to find the hip and the knee in the other line. And when you're ready, keeping elbows straight, lift the tail high to the sky to drop the belly. Let the heart and head lift. Tuck the tail, round the spine. Really accentuate the pressing of those shoulder blades out to the sides. Chin totally into chest. Navel into spine, and get that mid back to the sky. Again, the tail goes up, the belly drops, the heart and head lift. Palms are pulling toward the knees. Knees are pulling toward the palms. Shoulders are pulling toward the hips, and hips are pulling toward the shoulders. Flow the last one. Just feel all of those elements and flow it. Come back to your flat back. Take a nice in-breath and stretch that right leg long on the mat. Toes are curled under. Push through that heel. So you're pushing heel away, but you're pulling hip towards your head. Lift that right leg up. Keep it lifted. Stretch the toes out. Tap down, lift up. Tap side, lift up. Tap down, lift up. Tap side, lift up. So you're crossing midline with that reach all the way over to the left. You look left and you bring it back up. Couple more times. Look as you reach. And then next time toe taps down, let's bring that knee back in. Stretch out your left leg. Wrap the toes underneath you. Push the heel away. Stretch the top of your foot. Your left hip is pulling towards your head as your heel is pushing away. Then we elevate the leg up. We've got it hip height. Flex it just to give it a stretch, and then let's point the toes. They'll drop straight down. They'll lift straight to hip high. They'll cross over the right leg, look right, and back up. Down, lift, and cross over. Lift back behind you. Down, lift, and cross. Lift back up. If you need any padding under your knees, feel free to stop your tape if you're watching with the video so you can pad your knees. This will be the last one. Lift, over, lift, and tap. Bring your knee back into center. Take great toes together, knees wide, and lower your torso between your thighs. Stretch out long with your arms if that's okay for your shoulders. Otherwise, your choices are to put your upturned palms on your low back or place your palm long next to your hip. You're pushing your hips away as your seat and your feet are coming closer together. Your forehead is on the mat. Touch your forehead down. Lengthen out. Your forehead is your third eye in there, right in the middle of your brow, and you want to feel that connection with Mother Earth. Gaining wisdom from the earth, from the universe. Breathe in, breathe out. Then working your hands a little bit closer just so you can pull your knees together. Bring your arms back behind you. Touch the ground again or touch a block with your forehead as you interlace your fingers. Lengthen your knuckles away from you. Get nice and long through your spine. Gently lift knuckles up towards the sky. Never forcing anything, just opening up your shoulders as much as your body allows in this moment. Then lowering your right shoulder towards the ground and turning your head to the left, your bound arms will come all the way over to the right side with you. And then we bring it back through center, forehead touches, knuckles lift high, hips drop low, turn toward that left shoulder, your head turns to the right, your knuckles stay high, and you're reaching all the way up to a place of comfort and ease for you. You want steadiness, not overdoing. Come back through center, forehead down, arms lifting. And then softly keeping those fingers interlaced, bring your arms to your low back and hold them there. Stretch the knuckles away. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower those palms next to your side. Palms are turned up. Breathe in, breathe out. Place your hands down flat so that you can rise up and work your hands forward to the front of your mat, stepping your right foot forward to the front of the mat. Your hands can be on blocks if you'd like. You're taking a nice lunge, so curl the left toes under, lift the knee, bring it back down a little further behind you, flatten out the top of the foot, push those shoelaces into the mat, push your shin into the mat, and stretch through that hip flexor area. Soft in-breath, soft out-breath. Walking your right foot to the right side of your mat, bringing both hands inside your mat. This may be enough of a stretch for you for your hip. You can always roll it out and bring your sole back down if you'd like. If you can go further down, bring your body onto your forearms. Roll your knee out to the side and back to the sole of your foot. You take it what's good for you. If you're not on forearms, or if you can only be on one forearm and one arm, that's okay too. But think about your blocks or your books to get your height and let that floor lift up to your arms. Humble your head down in this shape. After you're done wiggling the knee, we'll come back up onto the hands. Curl those toes under on the back left foot, and we'll walk center of the mat, turning toes inward, heels outward. You can line your heels up with the long edge of your mat to find that symmetry. And then stretch your arms long, toes are in, heels are out, lengthen out your body. Your hips, your knees, and your ankles are in one straight line. Your shoulders are relaxed, your biceps and your ears are close together here. Navel is in. Breath is moving. Body is lengthening and strengthening. Hands will move back into center. Now turn towards your back left foot. We're just taking side two with the back edge of our mat now. So you're in that runner's lunge position, and with a long stretch, drop that right knee down, flatten out the shoelaces. You want to feel this whole area of the lower half of your leg pushing into the mat strongly. Look at your front knee. Is it directly over your ankle? And if that's true, then you're in a good position. You're getting a big stretch through hip flexors. You're breathing in here, you're breathing out. Then gently walk left foot to the left side of the mat. I'm going to turn forward again. So I'm at the left side of the mat with that left foot. Two hands come inside. They're shoulder width apart. And maybe from here, you're dropping your left knee out to the side and bringing the sole of the foot back to the floor. If you can go a little deeper with this stretch, maybe one arm can come down. Maybe two arms come down to the floor or a set of blocks or books. And you just let your head hang as you bring that knee out wide. Dropping it out wide, coming back to the sole. Big, big stretch. Breathe into it. Enjoy what you're feeling. When your soul comes back to the floor and the knee is to the sky, bring yourself back up onto your hands, curl the right toes under, and work your body back to the long edge of your mat, turning left toes in. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing you again, but you've got your body long again, stretched out with toes in, heels out. You're on the long edge of your mat. Your head is hanging. Walk your hands underneath your legs this time, through your body, and let's bring ourselves with palms behind us. Push those sits bones wide, energize through the outer blades of the feet. Feel that energy move all the way up the outer aspect of the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe now you can work those fingertips a quarter of an inch further behind you. Drop chin to chest. Let the top crown of the head hang towards the mat. And then hands come back through center. Breathe here. A gentle bend of the knees. Roll it on up. Once you get to that vertical position, your shoulders will have pulled back and your head will elevate. Two arms will lift high to the sky, the palms will touch, and the hands will drop into heart. Heel toe the feet back together. Find your Tadasana shape. Find that mountain shape. If it's better for you to face forward on the mat so you can see me. Otherwise, you can stay on the side of your mat. We're sweeping our arms down into chair position, bending into knees. We lift up into chair position with our arms. Sweep it back down, through and back, chest on thighs, and back up into chair. Again, we fold low, keeping our knees bent. Let the head go. Keep the head down until the arms have lifted, and then the head rises. And take a tall, straight spine here. Bring your hands together. Bring your ankles together. Interlace the fingers, pointer releases, and take a torso twist. Close the pinky edge side of your hand as you twist your body. Bring yourself long and tall again and move that torso twist to side 2, all the way around in the opposite direction. Coming back through center, reach high, lengthen up. Use your right hand to grab your left wrist, lengthen out of the waist, and move over to the right side. As you lengthen out to the right, you press your left hip to the left. Breathe. Equal weight in your feet, heavier in your heels. Bring it back up center, stretch back up to the sky. Use your left hand to wrap around the right wrist. Find that length. Stay between 2 panes of glass as you move over to the left side with your upper body. Your hips move to the right, and you keep square shoulders. Weight heavier in the heels, but equal in both feet. And lift back up to the sky. Bring your arms behind your low back. Use those palms to push on your hip bones. Notice my outer blades and my hands are together, and I pull my elbows together. Press the hips down to lift the breastbone up. Look up towards the sky. Don't drop your head behind you. Just look up. Come back up to vertical and take a nice dive down towards the floor. You can bend your knees to soften this on those hamstrings and keep your back safe. Now we lengthen out. So fingers, if they don't touch the floor with the length, bring them to your shins. Bring it to the thighs. Whatever is best for you. I want long reach. Again, you can be at the front of your mat. Your right knee will bend. Your fingers on the right will stay down. Your left arm comes out like a wing. We sweep the arm up by twisting through the spine. Then the head will follow the lift. Then you look back down. You cartwheel the arm down. Let your head hang. Take a half lift. Remember to use consciousness that fingers have to be on something: floor, shins, blocks, thighs. Exhale and fold. Bend left leg. Leave left fingers lightly down on the mat. Right arm reaches out like a wing. Crown of the head is coming forward. And we take that twist with our spine to lift our arm. And our head follows the gaze up towards that lifted set of fingers. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we take arm back down to the mat. Take a half lift, stretch it out. Exhale and fold. A gentle bend to the knees and slowly roll all the way up. Two arms come high, two palms touch, and hands come into heart. Soft in-breath, soft out-breath. Go wide with your legs. Be at the long edge of your mat. Legs are coming out wide. The toes at the front of your mat, mine are the right toes, are going to turn forward. Arms are going to reach long with that reach of those two long legs. Lengthen out of your spine. Turn the thumbs up to the sky. Right arm down to 6, left arm up to 12. This may be your shape. This is great. You're doing a lateral bend. I don't want a forward fold in it. So if you're up here, great. If you can slide down further, that's beautiful too. Take whatever works for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Open it up. Can that top arm reach all the way over the top? Keep drawing your upper body longer, pressing into the feet. Look back down to bring two arms back up. Turn the front toes back to be neutral. Back toes to the back edge, pointing toward that long edge of your mat across. And we lengthen out of the waist. Keeping arms long, legs long. Tick-tock the arm down, one up, slide down that wall. Breathe in, breathe out. You can look down at your foot so that you don't get dizzy. If you have the ability to rotate through the neck and look up, you look up towards those stretched fingers, dropping your right shoulder behind you. Maybe coming over the top. Look back down, bring this all the way back up. Toes forward, hands together, and drop them into heart. Turn the front toes back into that forward position. Hands will stay at the heart as you start to bend into the front knee. I'm going to move my back foot back further so my knee stays over my ankle. Drop the back heel back a little further so the foot is angled. Hands can stay at heart. Hips are facing your long edge of your mat, or arms can reach out to a warrior two. Use the outer thigh muscle of that front right leg to really pull to the pinky edge side of your foot. Lengthen out, turn the front palm up, reach back, exalt the warrior. Back through your warrior two, straighten leg. Right foot turns, so heel goes down behind you, toes angled. Front toes forward on the left foot. Start to bend the front knee. You can start at heart. Just so you know, you've got knee over ankle. You've got a long stretch of your back leg and your back heel is angled back. When you do open up, be mindful of that back shoulder. Not the arm pulling back, but the shoulder pulling back. Nice use of those front outer thigh muscles. Get to that pinky edge side of the foot on both feet. Front palm up. Let's exalt it back. Breathe in, breathe out. Sink into it. Open up into it. Strong through the legs. Back through the warrior two. Stretch and reach. Straighten the front leg, hands to hips. Turn toes inward. Heel toe the feet back together. Come to the front edge of your mat, so take a quarter turn to the front edge here. Two arms lift high, reach up. Take a 90-degree saguaro, open it up. Inhale, back up, reach high. Widen the arms, bend the knees, dive low. In-breath takes a half lift. Fingers probably on shins or thighs. Exhale to fold. Take a bend in two knees, take a seat on your mat. Take long legs, heels to the front of the mat. Lift the sits bones out to the back side of your body. Pull that flesh away. Find that length in Dandasana. Shoulders back. Two arms lift high, reach it up. Lengthen out of the waist and pour your heart forward. You're lengthening and reaching out. You don't have to go far. Maybe you go to here. This is good. You want a long back. You want navel engaged into backbone. It's not about how far you get down to the toes. It's about the length you're creating between the vertebrae. So keep that in mind. Slowly using the breath to get a little deeper if that's good for you. The heels still grounded down and toes pulling towards the shins. Shoulders relax down your back. Chin is into chest. Crown of the head is forward. Find your breath, find your peace, find your clarity. Find this moment. As you engage the core, bring your body back up vertical, two arms lift high, reach up, plant your mantra in the palms of your hands, and bring that into your heart space. Tucking the chin, hollowing out the core, rounding the shoulders, we take our body back to the mat. Heels stay down, you slow motion it all the way down. Once you get to the ground, work your body to the right side of the mat. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and the fingers will interlace around the shin. Moving just the left hand onto the outer knee, we bring right leg over left. Hike that left hip underneath so we really are resting on the hip as we extend the right arm out to the side. It's about finding this luxurious feeling in the middle of our body. And when your spine is happy, that luxurious feeling will move throughout your entire being. A supine twist. Good for stretching piriformis muscle here. Good for working into our organs. Good for working into our back muscles. Lengthening out underneath that right shoulder, pulling it down, back and in toward the spine. Nice turn of the head for the neck. And breathe. Softly rolling back to your back. Draw that right knee back in. The fingers wrap around that shin or hamstring. Pull it in close. And then lengthen it long. Moving to the left side of your mat now. Move your whole body over to the left edge. Pulling left knee into chest. Kick through two heels. Fingers wrapping around either hamstring or the shin. Drawing leg in. And then as you separate the finger wrap, use that right arm to push that left knee over, hiking that right hip under, extending that left arm long, and looking over our left arm. So you want the arm to be the height of your shoulder or lower, not up here unless it is bent. If you go 90, that's fine, but if you've got a long straight arm, you want to have it the height of the shoulder. And that right hand is just softly resting outside to give a little anchoring toward that right leg. Excuse me, left leg. Shoulders down and under, eyes are closed, breath is flowing. Observe, maybe you feel different from one side to the other. Maybe your twist is deeper on this side. Don't start to analyze why. Just enjoy what you're feeling. Whether it be as deep or not as deep as the other side, it's an observation. There's no judgment, there's no criticism. There are no expectations in your practice. You just show up one breath at a time. Watch this beauty unfold for you. Watch the peace that you cultivate. As you draw that left knee back into chest, you roll back to your back. Pull that left knee in, give it a hug, give it a squeeze. Right leg comes up to join it, two legs up. Can you wrap both arms around? How high up toward those elbows can you get? You'll get further toward the elbows if you draw your navel in and push your tail forward. Transferring our hands now just to the knees or to the floor, we're spinning our knees in a circle to massage our low back. We're setting up the most wonderful position for the practice called Shavasana. Reverse the rotation. You want to be comfortable when you enter it. So give yourself a couple of wriggles. Wiggle around and get comfortable so you can stay still as you stretch one limb out at a time. Turn palms up, turn the shoulder blades down, back, and under. Get yourself wriggled in and settled, eyes sinking to the back of your skull, breath softly flowing without controlling it, just enjoying the rhythm of the breath, whatever it's doing on its own. And your thoughts are with, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. You are settling into letting that mantra be bathed in your conscious breath. You're settling in to the final piece of the practice, the most important shape that you will take. Please remember that if you ever have to leave early from a yoga class, be mindful to take a twist to each side and then take your Shavasana, even if it's only a minute. It is the integration of the practice. Remember, there's no reason for you to start moving if you're extremely comfortable and in your zone. I will guide you through coming out of Shavasana. If you're coming with me, you deepen your breath, making sure you pull thoughts and feelings of that mantra into your body with each inhalation. And with each exhalation, you let go of what isn't serving that mantra. Let fingers and toes wiggle. Allow the movement into ankles and wrists. Let the jaw wriggle out from side to side. And turn the head from right to left. When you bring your head back through center, take your arms all the way up and back. Lengthen it out, reach it out. Open it up. Stretch through heels or toes away from you in the front side there. Fingers reach back in the behind you. And then exhale. Let everything rest. Turning your body to one side or the other, using your arm as a pillow for your head, you'll work yourself into fetal position. Eyes stay closed here as you stack the knees. Take a moment to appreciate the work your body did. Use your top arm to push yourself up so that you have the ability to find seated position with eyes closed. When you find whatever seated is for you, cross leg, long leg, sitting on your shins, we draw long through the top of the head and our palms come together at our heart. We will end this practice together as one community of like-minded people. In breath with the Om. It was my honor to guide you through this practice today, to feel your energy from afar and know that we are all in this together. We can all find strength, we can find peace. We're challenged, yet we are strong within our own bodies to make this world a better place. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being here with me. Namaste.